President wannabe Pinochet has invaded California.
What you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault on peace, on public order, and on national sovereignty carried out by
the President of the United States. Actually, the National Guard, and next the Marines, that's what people voted for, to rid the country of its workers. Not criminals, that's the lie part. But the invaders of our made-up country must be sent back to countries run by Trump clones who subject their own subjects to poverty and cruelty, sponsored or at least supported by by us, if you include the corporations that profit from creating poverty. So LA's public safety problem has been addressed by sending the Guard, and poof, no more public safety. The cruel clowns in Washington, D.C. have also threatened to arrest the mayor and the governor, which I'm sure is being cheered on by some proud American citizens who will do anything to stop woke, that is, civil rights for others, that is, the Constitution. Remember, when you want to keep all the rights for yourself, that's how you lose yourself. Luckily, under the present king you elected, you never have to think about other people again. The president of CBS News was forced out democratically by the popular demand of the American people, which is to say Premier Ayalon, who denounced CBS's reporting as fraudulent, which would be a copyright violation of Fox's creative product. In other entertainment news, the prospect of a reality show where immigrants compete for citizenship is either appalling or appealing, depending on what you need to believe to shore up your own sense of white victimhood. Many are saying the contestants should appear in brownface and do their exotic primitive dances for us. Or we could feed them to the lions and let the market do its God-given magic. The Trumpazoids specialize in deporting people, not so much gang members as those who fled from gangs. They cannot be brought back once thrown to different wolves, as they are not in U.S. law enforcement custody, much like Trump himself. A Frankenstein monster created by Dr. Britain and adopted by Dr. America continues to run amok in its adopted neighborhood, despite the effort of people around the world to corral it. But accusations that Israelis view Palestinians as animals have been nullified by the Israeli use of Palestinian human shields to prevent injury or death to Israeli army dogs. There is, however, a widening split in society over whether Palestinians should be killed because they are animals or because they are Hamas.
Entire nation out there that is responsible. It's not true. This rhetoric about civilians not aware, not involved, it's absolutely not true.
Meanwhile, stateside, we are told that many Jews have joined the Hamas support network, which is the new Ku Klux Klan, except that it supports minorities. And truth be told, not Hamas. A funny thing about Christian Zionists calling Jews who challenge Israel anti-Semites is that 64% of Jews disagree. 69% say Trumpet Man is a fascist. Whoa, nuance, anyone? The dear leader has also been compared to Charles Lindbergh, a national hero who became a fascist. He called his philosophy America First then, but it's not clear how tanking casinos and not paying workers makes one a hero. To be fair, they are both aviation pioneers, the modern one by way of gift or grift, but who's counting? And he certainly is at least fascist-friendly, since he obviously likes himself. Just a thought for those among us who think that people who took out loans to go to college should just feckin' pay them back. Have you ever heard of any institution in society that hasn't been warped and weaponized by capitalists to soak and sink the masses? Also, a corollary query. Can you spell predatory? If not, get a loan and go to college. Trumpet Boy blamed the Federalist Society for recommending the wrong picks for judgeships to him in his first term. Leonard Leo helped pick 3 of the current Supreme Court. So watch for President Blamey to call for the dissolution of the court, along with the country. Crypto is the perfect currency for Trump. It's made up, and it doesn't exist. As for the people who invest in it and lose, they're losers. At a town hall hosted by a Trumpy despot-adjacent congressional rep, a woman who grew up on a farm was concerned that USAID will no longer buy farm products to ship overseas. I'm concerned about her concern. Does she know that there are people overseas who will now, I think the word is, die? If so, does she care?
Goodbye, NEH. Goodbye, DI. Goodbye, CDC. I don't even know why. Maybe they like watching little kids die. Make America great again. Make America great.
How do we balance the loss of livelihood with the loss of life? Is there a tariff on empathy, or can we freely emp? Is this former farmer a good example of how politics works? Can such moral disasters be ameliorated? What would it take to ameliorate this? I keep wondering if there's a way to do better. Maybe we could all just look after each other. Even if it's somebody trying to cross the street under aerial bombardment by our tax dollars.